Hey everyone, this is Jen over at jenscrappypages.blogspot.com, and today's project is brought to you by the letter C for cute chick or cute eggs. I'll show you the chicks in a second. This was Mojo Monday's sketch challenge for the week, and it really challenged me, but I ended up having fun making it. Aren't these eggs just the cutest little things? And look at all that sparkle and shimmer on them. Oh my goodness. I even popped out of them. I don't know if you can kind of see the dimension there on it. So I had so much fun. Well, okay. So to be honest with you, I started with this card first. And for some reason it wasn't, I don't know, I thought it was cute, but then I wasn't quite sure if it was too much or too wild or... so then I thought, well, I'll just make my little images smaller and make up the eggs, because I haven't played with the eggs yet. But now I can't decide which one I like better, because I love both of them, each for different reasons. So I will stop talking about these cards and I will get on with the project for today, which we're going to do this one. This one took a little bit longer coloring, but I don't know. Anyways, let me put these up and I'll go over the what is it called? Oh, the supplies real quick that we used. So, of course, we have our Wink of Stella and a few sparkles. And then I use the hexagon embossing folder. The Hey Chick from Sale-A-Bration. The succulent framelits dies. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to switch out that Peekaboo Peach cardstock for the ribbon like I did in the original card with the chicks on it. So I don't know. But just in case, we did use this, the Peekaboo Peach ribbon. For supplies, for the card itself, you're going to need a 4x11 pear pizzazz and just a little scrap to do the flower. And then a piece of, if I can get it up here, Whisper White cardstock 4x5 1/4, and then Watermelon Wonder 3 1/4 by 3 1/2, and then Peekaboo Peach, just a 2x2 square. It looks like we'll be using that side for the flower. Maybe the 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. And then so saffron, just a 2x2 square to cut out a flower in it. And then a like 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 of the Watermelon Wonder. And then I use the shimmery white cardstock to color on. So these are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then I just have like a little strip of shimmery white that I'm going to stamp my eggs and color on them, because we're going to cut it out. So first things first, let's get out the big shot and get our cutting and embossing out of the way. So we're just going to lay out our little scraps for the flowers. And then we need to get our little flower dies. So I think that one, yep, that one's that one. This one's that one. And then we're going to cut this one out twice. And then we're going to switch plates for the embossing. And we're just going to lay this in here. And this one doesn't need that second plate because the embossing folder is so thick. So. Now, I kind of liked the inked portion of this one. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this card up and I'm going to ink it like I did this one. And so to do that, we're just going to use my little scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to take my pad and just go over it, kind of. set that aside. And then let's go ahead and stamp our little chick on here. And we're going to use basic black ink. I'll set that one aside, and then we're going to grab out our little image pieces. He's so cute. Okay, so that's done. And then let's go ahead and put shimmer on our flowers so that when we're ready to assemble those, they will be dry. Because this takes just a little bit to dry. So we're just going to brush the shimmer on here. And you don't have to use the shimmer, but I just love the sparkle that it gives. Okay, so that's done. We're just going to set these aside and let those dry off a little bit. And since our ink has dried on here by now, I'm going to go ahead and color these eggs in. And before I do that, I wanted to show you, after I had made the other eggs, I decided to try like some tie-dye ones, just, you know, kind of like Easter eggy. So I don't know if you can see those, but I thought those turned out kind of cute, but once I put them on my card, I didn't like them as much as the solid ones. So I decided to stick with the solid. So for our eggs, we are going to use the Peekaboo Peach, and we're just going to squish that down. And the Pear Pizzazz. And the Watermelon Wonder. And then I'm going to take my Aqua Painter and just color in these eggs. It's just pretty simple, just straightforward. So, and I just kind of worked in circular motion, kind of working where it was wet. And if you go out of the lines, that's okay, because we are going to cut these guys out. I think I'm going to go ahead and re-stamp and redo the Pear Pizzazz one. Okay, let's try this again. There, that's a little bit better. Okay, so now we're going to set these aside and we're going to let those dry. There's a lot of, I guess, waiting time on this card. So let's go ahead and we'll just put down our Whisper White. And you know what? Let's do this first. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try the ribbon on this one, because I kind of like the added dimension that it gave. So, and then we're going to put the 3 1/4 inch going across this way and the 3 1/2 going down. Of course, it sticks to my my workspace. So we're going to set that, I don't know, probably 3/4 of an inch over. And I did not tie a bow on this one. I think just because I had so much going on with the flowers that I decided just to leave it just as is. So now we're ready. I think I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of adhesive on here so I make sure that it sticks to my card base where that ribbon is. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to fold it. So you're going to fold and or score your card base at 5 1/2, just like so. Now we're going to stick this on here. Oh, I kind of like the way that inked up on that one. Okay. You know, we could probably go ahead and adhere these. So you're just going to put them, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch or so in that corner. And because I popped up my eggs on this, I did not pop up these pieces. So I just want to make sure those are stuck down pretty good. And then we're going to take the So Saffron ink. Let me push all these aside since we're done with those. And just very carefully and lightly color in their feet. Like so. And it doesn't need a whole lot, and you kind of need to be careful that you don't have too much water on the brush, because otherwise it'll start bleeding through. So we're just gonna kind of quickly give them little yellow legs. Like so. So next we're gonna take our flowers that we made. And I'm going to put this Watermelon Wonder on top of my Peekaboo Peach, just using a little glue dot. And I want to go opposite of, you know, I want to kind of fill in those holes there. I don't know if you can see that very good. So we're just going to kind of go there. And then I'm going to take my bone folder, and we're just going to kind of curl up the edges a little bit on that so it stands out a little bit from the... And then I'm going to take a dimensional dot, and we're going to pop him up right about so. And then we're going to take our little green one, or Pear Pizzazz, that's what that's called. And I don't know, you can kind of curl up the edges if you want on that, just a tad. And he's going to go kind of right down here, or so-ish. And then we're going to do the same with the So Saffron. Just curl up the edges. And use a little glue dot on that one too. And that one's going to kind of come off to the side here a little bit. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and add some sparkles. And I just used all the same size, so I just used 1 large sparkle per flower. Like so. And let's go ahead and take our basic black again, and we're gonna put our sentiment, if I can get it facing the right way. It's just gonna come down here in the corner, hopefully straight. Good. So then the last thing that we're going to need to do for this card is we're going to take our little eggs and we're going to very carefully, as carefully as possible, just cut around him. Like so. Now, if you would like to, and I don't have a black marker right now, because I'm still kind of working on my collection, but I did kind of come back, so I've got this dark gray, this basic gray, but I did kind of come back around the edge of my egg and just gave him a little line. So then we're gonna just cut a little bit of a pop dot. we're going to place them just right on top of here. Like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting these out. And then we're just going to finish popping them up on here. And if you guys have watched my other videos, you know how much I love my Wink of Stella. And even though we have the sparkle on our flowers, I felt like the eggs could use a little sparkle as well. So we're just going to brush that on top here. It doesn't need to be a whole lot. Oops. All right. And there it is. There is our finished card. You know, I always feel like I have a lot of detail on my cards, but so that's why my videos are usually a little bit longer than some. But I think it turned out really cute. Now, I do love the way this one turned out, and I'm glad that I inked the back side of that embossing folder like I did. I think this is really cute. But I like the added texture, and I also like the added texture of that ribbon there too. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like this card better or this card? Or do you like that one? I posted this question to my group, Jen's Scrappy Pages on Facebook, and it was kind of a tie between which one they liked better. This is really cute, and the crazy hair of the chicks, and so I did everything the same on this one. My image here is a little bit bigger than it is on here, my Watermelon Wonder. But the same thing, I colored the chicks in all the same colors using the water brush or the Aqua Painter. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in and watching me. Hopefully you made it all the way through. If you would like to, you can head over to my blog, jenscrappypages.blogspot.com, and I will have a printable and downloadable PDF that you can print out if you so choose to. So otherwise, I will catch you later, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.